Audiences across the nation identify with Susie's characters as they portray real-life issues that teens, families, and our leaders live with each and every day. Susie pulls no punches in addressing through dance and drama the effects of rampant alcohol and drug abuse, irresponsible behavior leading to AIDS and teen pregnancy, peer pressure, gangs, and the many devastating realities of today's challenging world. As Julio, Susie lets her audience know that life isn't always as it seems. She shares how gang involvement can sometimes be an escape from an abusive home life.
He starts drinking that, and then he starts swearing on me. Sometimes he wears this big old knife around me and damn near cut my hand off.
A middle-class teen may have a different lifestyle, but feels equally abandoned by an alcoholic father.
Yeah, he does drink too much sometimes, but he doesn't throw up or fall down in the street or anything. He does get real mean, though. But, sometimes he says he's sorry.
A young adult woman seeks love in all the wrong places as she repeats the same abusive patterns that she learned from her parents.
I finally have somebody to love, and I'm going to make him so happy. Well, there's just one thing. I gave him some money to go buy clothes for a job interview, and he came back with some CDs. Well, he said they were a gift for me for when we move in together. Hey, he'll have a job by then. And quit drinking, too. He promised. That's what he told me. You just keep your mouth shut. You adults don't know anything about it. Just stay out of my business, all right?
Look like your dear old pappy, you're about to blow your wig.
Well, I'm gonna blow my wig, pappy.
What's the use of getting sober when you're gonna get drunk again?
I am home!
A distraught wife suffers through chaos, rejection, and the betrayal of her abusive husband.
The baby, she was asleep in her crib. Shh, good girl, shh, good baby. So I left. And I went down to the bar to get him. He's usually nice to me in front of his friends. God, only this time, he just ignored me. You don't really think he was interested in those dumb girls, do you? He got real mad when I accused him. He said they should divorce him. Oh my God.
A 14-year-old girl succumbs to feelings of loneliness and abandonment. Seeking answers in drugs, alcohol, and sex, she ends up pregnant and exposed to AIDS.
And there was this guy, Andy. He's 17 and he had this awesome red car. And he took me to some bomb parties. I mean, you know, we'd smoke some bud, maybe down some 40s, do some speed. And, look, there's always a room at these parties where couples would go and take turns. Like Andy wanted to. I mean, he is really fine. Besides, I was always so wasted by then, I guess I don't really remember what happened. Because now you tell me I've got HIV? No way. No. I mean, I thought Andy loved me. I thought all those guys loved me. I don't want to die.
Susie also touches many lives through her own personal story. From meeting her high school sweetheart to the parties they attended in college, their marriage, and the devastation of his progressive alcoholism and addictions.
He would drink or smoke or take a pill, and anything he touched he became obsessed with. He became a zombie, and video games became his favorite. He would play for 24 hours straight. And one night she went up to him and she said, please just stop for a minute. Just talk to me. I mean, you're breaking all your promises. You said you'd take me out this weekend. You used to be my best friend. Just look at me. And you know what he said to her? And I remembered, back when I was in high school, just entering college, and my husband, who was then my boyfriend, came to the back door of my mother's house with the very first joint I'd ever seen. And he said to me, let's go down to Huntington Beach Cliffs, where he surfed, and smoke it. And I had the same two voices then. One that said, I want him to love me. What's the big deal? And the other that said, I have a personal policy. I don't do drugs. But I gave in, thinking it's just a little joint. And that little joint, 18 years later, killed him. Don't bend your personal policies on the small stuff. You pay big consequences later.
Then Susie shares how she overcame adversity, reclaiming her self-esteem and her commitment to a healthy lifestyle.
But I have had the opportunity, and I've had the necessity, to learn how to convert those painful, hurting, and angry feelings into understanding and compassion and the courage to share with you. Denial is just not seeing reality. It doesn't make us bad, but it sure can hurt us. I didn't know I was living with alcoholism and addiction. And we don't know who among us is carrying that genetic possibility. It could be you, or you, or you. It could be any of us. So the key is that if we hang with a group of friends who drink or do drugs, or if they commit crimes or violence, or let's say they're just more sexually irresponsible, sleeping around, unprotected sex, if we hang with people like that, guess what? We will become like them too. And I found that to be true. Because when we hung around with people who drank and used drugs, it made it look normal. Get a mentor. Get a mentor. I'm talking about a person, a group, a fellowship, a faith, whatever it is. Always reach out for somebody to help.
Susie wraps up her captivating keynote or assembly program with a message about positive change in the life of Julio.
Hey, I think I'm supposed to tell you, like how I got into the support group, Like even when my old man, he says, I'm drinking because, you're so stupid, you're such a screw-up, man. I learned that just because an alcoholic says it, man, doesn't make it so. Whew. Get out there and have myself some fun, like have myself a hobby, I heard that's good stuff. It's okay to play basketball and soccer, and like my street dance, man, I like this stuff. He wants me to tell you like I found somebody to love at these meetings, man. Well, it's cool, man. It's me. Yeah. God don't make no junk. He told me to tell you. You listen up, man. The real somebody to love? The real somebody to love, man. That's you. That's you.
Audiences remark Susie is startlingly sincere, a rare talent, inspirational, but most important of all, they say that she gives them hope.